Today we're getting into the Tippmann combo package. Inside the box you'll get a battery, charger, unjamming rod, and manual. The manual's good to look over, but since you're watching the video, we can just get that out of here. To get started on the gun, we'll go tip to butt. At the start, you're looking at an orange tip that is 14mm counterclockwise. You can remove it to put on tracers, but it will void any warranty you have. Right behind that, you have your flip-up iron sights, which are just friction done. You just pull them up, and one at the rear as well. Right afterwards, we have the Picatinny rail segment, which you can put whatever attachments you'd like, whether it be grips, lasers, or more. Going towards the receiver, we have our bolt catch, magazine release, and lower segment. To hit this big button, we'll release your magazine. This is your high-capacity magazine. It holds about 300 rounds, and you'll have to wind it to continue to feed rounds. To use it, open up your trap door at the top and pour in about 300 or so BBs. Shut it, keep the magazine vertical, and wind the wheel at the bottom, like so. As you wind it, you'll see BBs reach the top of the loading nozzle. Once it hits the top, give it another dozen or so winds, and you're good to go. You can overwind this magazine, so be careful. Wind it as you're feeding your rounds. Moving on, we'll have the bolt release and the charging handle. Pull on the left side where the lock is and yank back till you hear a click. You'll see your mock bolt open up. This will be your hop-up adjustment wheel. On the wheel, you'll see a marking that says hop and a small arrow. As you turn the wheel towards that direction, your BBs will start to arc upwards. This is your hop-up adjustment. To release the mock bolt, we will hit the golf ball paddle. Moving back from there, we have our selector switch and trigger. It is currently on safe, but if we put it to the vertical position, we will have semi-auto, which is one shot per trigger pull. Going to the 180 position, we have automatic. Hold it down to continuously fire. And finally, we have the buttstock. This is where we'll be putting our battery, and it can be adjusted with this black lever here. Squeeze towards the back, and you can pull your stock out. We also have a QD point for slings. To insert our battery, squeeze the two little black tabs on either side of the stock and lift up. Then pull out the little black cap here. Now out of the box, the wire will be tucked into this stock. So to get it out, we'll pull the opposite direction on this black lever and pull the stock off. From there, we'll want to pull out this wire, like so. Then fish it back down your stock and out the rear. And you might have to get a small tool sometimes to kind of get it out. There you are. From here, you'll put your nunchuck style battery, one down each tube in your stock, and connect the wires in the middle tube. When you have your wires in here, be careful adjusting your stock fully out or fully in, as the wires do touch on the buffer tube. So if you feel your stock being too tight pushing inwards, make sure you don't force it or you might cut one of your wires in the rear. And to shut it up, we'll put the black cap over top and latch the stock at the top and hinge it down, like so. And now you're good to shoot. We'll be going over a few quick tips on how to charge and keep your batteries healthy. To charge up your batteries, it'll be super simple. Like a phone, you'll plug this into any wall socket and plug your battery in. Make sure you put the square connector to the square and the circle to the circle. And just like that, the charger will tell you about how much battery is in there, as well as this light will change depending on how drained or full it is when you're charging. This is a smart trickle charger. It will come to a bare trickle when it's full, but we still recommend keeping these batteries within arm's reach, nearby, or somewhere where you can quickly unplug it in case something happens. There's a very low likelihood of these batteries puffing up, burning, or smoking, but it's still heavily recommended to keep them somewhere nearby or on a surface that won't set on fire. Last thing to note is make sure not to use this style of charger on any LiPo or Li-ion style battery. Those batteries will have the dedicated charging cable made for them. If you plug this connector into your charger, this battery will set on fire. So remember to only use these style of chargers on nickel style batteries. And that's the overall overview of the Tippmann M4 combo pack.